Hello, welcome to another episode of Learning English with Jheel. Today, I will be sharing 5 magical but simple tips to be a better conversationalist. And these tips you would have heard of them, so don't worry. They are nothing new to you. I'm just giving you a reminder and summarizing it all for you. This can be used in any language, okay? So even in your mother tongue, you can remember all these tips and be a better conversationalist. It's not just limited to English. The first one, small talk. Now, small talk is so important. Though a lot of you think that it is pretty useless, you don't like engaging in meaningless conversations, you don't like speaking about the weather or what the other person had for dinner or something like that, or how the other person's day went. But it is so important because it helps you initiate a conversation and drive the conversation in the direction that you want. Right? So small talk is really important. Please try to watch some videos on it and try to read some tips. I will also try to make some tips. Let me know if you're interested. I will try to make a video and share some instances and examples of how you can get better at small talks and what are the topics that are involved. Okay, but please practice small talk. It will be very helpful for you. I notice a lot of you, most of you, whenever I say hello, what's up, how was your day, you all answer, fine ma'am, I'm fine ma'am, thank you, it was a good day. No, this is not a good way, right? And you keep looking at me to ask you a question. See, while speaking with me, I will ask you the question, that's fine. But when you're speaking to somebody else, you cannot wait for them to ask you the question. You need to drive the conversation. You need to initiate and pursue the conversation, right? So please practice small talk. It will be very helpful for you. 2, be a good listener. It is so important to be a good listener, right? And I do not mean that you need to just keep nodding and listening to the other person and keep hearing. There's a difference between hearing and listening, right? So don't just sit like a dumb doll and keep, letting the other person talk and not respond to them, right? That is not the meaning of being a good listener. A lot of people get confused. They say I'm a good listener and they just keep listening. They're quiet. That doesn't show that you're interested in the conversation. Show your interest in the conversation. Show your interest in the person that you're conversing with, right? Nod, gestures, react to what the other person is saying. If the other person is sharing a happy news with you, react happily. You don't always have to interrupt them, but you can react. Your facial expressions are so important. You can respond through gestures. You can also respond. You can also, like, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say this person is sharing a very frustrating incident, right? Your reactions cannot just be, no, you need to react properly, right? You need to know why this person is stressed out. Either you do it through gestures or you do it by asking them questions, right? Asking them certain things about related to what they're saying, right? So please remember that you have to be a good listener. And again, it's not just hearing, it's listening, right? Show interest. 3rd, follow the rule of 50-50. Now, don't keep it so strict. What I mean by the rule of 50-50 is don't monopolize the conversation. Give the person an equal opportunity to talk, right? Don't just keep talking about a story or something that you're excited about or only about your life. Ask them about their interest. Ask them about their perspectives on a given topic. For example, let's say you're discussing politics, right? Don't just go on giving your opinion on the issue. I know you're frustrated, you want to argue or you want to say something about the country or the politician or the particular issue, but give an equal opportunity to the other person. Ask them questions, pause, see, try to judge their reaction, right? Try to see if they're understanding what you're saying. Try to check if they want to contribute at that particular point. So pause, take some pauses in between, give the other person the chance to talk, and then again continue with what you're saying. right? But in your entire conversation, try to think that it should be like a 50-50. Do not try to speak too less, like just 10-20%, and think that you have done a great job by being a good listener. No, that is also not good. But also don't speak like 80% and let the other the other person's just listening to you and getting bored. Yeah, try to keep a check on this. Fourth, avoid one word replies, and I emphasize on this so much. Please do not, especially while texting, right? A lot of you tend to do this. Okay, you say okay. What is okay? Okay is a very bland word, I would say. It doesn't have the masalas in it. It's not sweet, it's not salty, it's not spicy. It's a very bland word. So please avoid one word replies of this when you're texting. And I have observed a lot of people texting this is also very bad. Okay is also very bad. So avoid it as far as possible. Once or twice you use it, it is okay, but try to not use it. And especially when the other person is saying something important, please avoid one word replies, because it will only show that you're not interested in the conversation or you have nothing to contribute to the conversation. That is not good. Fifth one, learn to drive the conversation. Now, when someone's talking about a particular topic, especially something that is very important to them, right? Something they're very emotional about, for example, don't just keep nodding your head and finish the conversation abruptly. No. Try to ask them questions revolving that particular subject, right? So learn to drive the conversation, and don't change the topics like immediately. Don't jump from one to another, right? Let the transition be smooth, one by one, right? One by one. So I will make a video on the transition on how to transition topics. But yeah, so far that's it. I have like 5 tips, and let me know if you have understood them. Again, these are all tips that I have just summarized out of some out of reading from here and there, some out of my own experience, etc. So if you feel like these tips are like any of the tip is not good for you, don't apply them. Just apply the ones that you like. Okay, there's no like hard and fast rule that I told it so it is important. Everyone's personality is different, everyone's comfort zone is different, everyone's way of speaking is different, right? So only take what you resonate with and what you're comfortable with, so that it seems natural and it doesn't seem like a forced way of speaking. I don't want you all to do that. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the conversation, you enjoyed the episode. Let me know if you've understood all the points. If you have any doubts, leave them in the comment section. You can always send me an email for your one question conversation, right? Yes, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.